Hello everybody, this is Steve from Old Boy Moto. G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Just thought I'd take a little ride today on the DR. I've missed riding the DR. I've been away, I've been busy, I've been doing lots of stuff. I just got back from a trip over at Tasmania with my two boys. We spent a week over there. I didn't do a video per se. I took a few snippets here and there. Just wanted to spend as much time as I could with my kids, you know, and we did pretty well. We went up to Tombs Lake, out past Campbelltown and Ross, up in the central Tasmania. And we spent 4 nights out there at the lake, similar to this, very similar, and caught 4 nice trout. It was just a beautiful time actually. The weather was good, there was no rain, and we went up in the 4-wheel drive and camped and swagged it. Just fantastic time. And then we went down to St Helens and stayed near the coast on the east coast of Tasmania, northeast coast. St Helens, if you've ever been there or you haven't been there, have a go. It's just a beautiful spot. We went out to a little place called Steiglitz, which is on the bay. There's a bay, the St Helens Bay there, and caught 4 beautiful bream and a wrasse, and we had fish to eat. It was fantastic. But anyway, getting back to what I'm doing today, look, I've been bored, and it's just a silly thing to say, really. But I get like that sometimes. I suffer from a little bit of the ups and downs, and I know there's other people around that have that. And, you know, it's funny when I think about getting on the bike and going for a ride, it just seems to take care of it. You know, there's something about the bike that's just therapeutic. A lot of people say, you know, a tank full of fuel is the therapy you need. And so I'm back out on the DR, and I thought what I'll do today is I'll just set up camp and have a bit of lunch and lay a couple of things out on the ground just to show you what I take out just for a day trip. I won't go into what's in the tool rolls, in the tool containers. I've got 2 of those, and they're chock-a-block full of tools. And if you go back a few months back on my videos, I go over what I carry. So I won't worry about that today, but I'll just show you what I've got in the panniers. I'll lay them out, and that's just for a day trip. So I thought I'd do that today, just for something to do. Okay guys, I just thought I'd run through this now. So what I've got over in the corner there, I take with me all the time, is the Trichology chair, which is this one here. It seems to be a very good quality chair, this one. I did start off with an Aldi chair, which was very cheap, and it didn't take long for it to start to fail. This one here I've used a lot longer than the Aldi one, and there's no sign of any wear in it at all, so it's pretty good. That's on the bike all the time, as all this gear is. I've got my little butane burner, which is, you know, just a little ripper. That does all my meals and cups of coffee and everything else. You know, just some, you know, tea bags. I've got 3 little jars where I keep coffee, sugar and powdered milk. I've got my Cedar Summit cup, Cedar Summit knife, spoon and fork, my kettle. Most of it goes in that bag actually. I've got this little griller. It's made out of titanium. It's that light, I reckon if the wind hit it, it'd fly away. But I keep that because when I do a bit of fishing, if I catch a fish, I can grill it up straight away. I've got my bottle of, well, I should call it a bladder actually. That's a 3 litre one, and I've actually got a 4 litre one as well. These are made by Hydra Pack, and originally when I bought this, I thought, gee, you know, it won't be long before I, you know, wreck it and there'll be a hole in it. Not so. These are as tough as nails. I mean, I've dropped it, you know, I've tied it to the bike. I've done all sorts of things. Unless you go out of your way to pierce it, you won't. They are really, really good. Now, that's a 3 litre one, and that's what I bring on a day trip. I've got a little cutting board here. What else? Always keep me beanie on the bike. I've got a little first aid kit. That's a must-have, obviously. This is quite a good item. This is a solar chargeable battery pack. Very handy. You can, you know, charge it out in the sun while you're charging your phone. That'll do the phone 5 times. I can usually do the phone a few times, and the batteries for this camera a few times. Cables to go with it. This is a lifesaver. You know, if everything goes pear-shaped and you're in real trouble, you've got to have one of these. It's a personal locator beacon. What you do is you just flip it up, hit the button, and someone's going to come looking for you. So that's a very, very good thing to have. I've got a Fiskars saw, foldable saw, just to get firewood or whatever. My binoculars. If I can't get rid of the insects with what I'm wearing, I'll hit this up. It's a citronella candle. That usually does the job. And this is really handy. That's a foldable backpack. So if I've decided I want to get away from the bike and go for a long walk and bring me lunch and bring everything else, I can put it all in that backpack. So that's very handy. And also a very handy item is this belt, which holds a water bottle, and I just fill that water bottle out of the other one that I'm carrying just to save weight. There's 3 pouches on there, and you can pretty much bring everything. You know, I can put my camera gear in there, I can put my phone and all that sort of stuff. So you know, that's basically it, apart from some personal repellent and fuses and bits and pieces that I have on that tank bag. A bit of sunscreen and stuff. That's it. It's not very heavy, very light. It's in the panniers all the time, so I know I can do a day trip. All I do is I add one of these, a backcountry or whatever I want to eat, and that's it basically. Oh, by the way, if you're using these backcountry meals, you need a long spoon, because just the normal size spoon won't fit in there. And this gives you plenty of length so that you can scoop it out and eat it. There's a tip for you. Anyway, guys, that's about it for what I carry on a day trip. There was only one thing I wanted to mention before I sign out. I will be doing a trip to the Dig Tree, which is in the central part of Australia, the corner country they call it. And I'm going to be going up on the DR, and it's for quite a few kilometres involved. A lot of desert country that I'm going to cross. So I am going to upgrade the stator on that bike. I've heard that the stators on these aren't the greatest, and I will be, you know, using a lot of power because I'll be charging phones, all sorts of things, cameras and that sort of stuff on the trip. So I want to make sure that the charging gear on that bike is spot on, because I know everything else is. You'll see what I've bought and how I'm going to go about fitting it. Righto guys, I'll let you go. Thanks for watching the videos. Please like and subscribe. Bye for now.